From Bowl here for the title matches, potentially, of the So Cal Invitational Tournament. Handicaps a round ahead of scratch. There's only 2 bowlers remaining. They total 21 years. Add them up, they can still bowl JBT. It's 11-year-old Caden Sham and 10-year-old Neel Kankariya. Caden has 1 loss in our triple elimination match play format. Neel has 2, so Neel must beat Caden twice in a row here on 5 and 6 to swipe the title away from Caden. You're going to see 2 very different two-handed deliveries here. Caden, there's such a thing as a traditional two-hander. That's an oxymoron right there, but you'll find out why I'm saying that in a moment if you've never seen Neel bowl, as Caden spared in the first and has that 4-7 to go out on a tough Autobahn pattern. On either side of them is the round of 4 in the handicap division. Caitlyn Abigania is the only bowler with 1 loss. She currently, let's see here, currently leads by 8 over that man walking on the screen, Ben Boberski. He must win to stay alive. Could have carried that Brooklyn over here, while on 7 and 8 is an elimination game between Brandon Rother and Lindsey Grime. There's why I said that Caden was the conventional two-hander. Neel from the right side does a rather circuitous backup ball. I have no idea how that works on Autobahn. Generally covering boards is a bad idea, but you know what? These kids know what they're doing. And we'll go to the righty hook, as we see this week after week. These bowlers with alien wrists. I think we have merged with sharks. These bones are all cartilage. Because I'm 49 and my wrist never did that, even at 10 years old. These kids just go, like it's absolutely nothing. Rother, let me see, leads by about 20. Strike there in the 7th, but Brian's got to double up, so that's a huge 2 frames coming up for Lindsey. Neel touching just about every board on the lane on a 2-to-1 sport pattern. Doesn't get the break there and has the big washout. Boberski, you can't see him. He'll be walking onto your screen. There's a post right to the left here. He trails by 8. Must win. 10th frame. We'll drop some count there. Neel goes for the right hook and misses the head pin there. $1,000 to the winner, 500 to the runner-up. Triple points means a lot to a lot of these bowlers too. The handicap bowler of the year race is super close. I wouldn't even dare try to do the math and figure that out. Caden burst onto our scene about 3 years ago as an 8-year-old. He's got a couple titles under his belt already. We're always talking about next gen out here, and who's going to be the next big superstar. He's got every chance to be one of them if he sticks with the sport and keeps having fun with it. Breakthrough event for Lindsey, by the way. Top 4 in the main scratch invitation. Wahoo, wahoo.
I'm going to do my shimmy on this pair really quick.
Go for it. Want a little more camera time? I understand. I see how it is. Tricky little
titles. Let's go for 11.
Brandon, you carefully placed that chamois there just to do that. Yep, and it's not his, of course. Yep, there we go. Excellent 310 conversion while the Rother show moves back over to 7 and 8. You bum, Rother.
Was on the pair.
Grime trails by 26 with 2 frames to go. Abigania has shut out Boberski. Keep yourself alive with a 9-frame strike. Sham working on 3 spares in a row. Yeah, he thought he had his first strike of the title match. Calmly leaves that 7th pin. So Abigania goes into the title match with 1 loss. That eliminates Brendan. So he'll have the exact same situation in scratch, where the Rother Grime survivor will have to beat Caitlyn twice to take the title away, and that's looking like it's going to be Brandon. Lindsey can max for 192. Rother with 9 out for 193. So 9 pins on this ball will lock it up for Brandon. That is not a guarantee on this pattern by any means. U17 already over. Nathan Harnan won that over Caitlyn. Caitlyn still has the girls scratch to go against Kendall. Decent shot from Neel, though. younger brother of Jay. Had a successful rookie year in scratch. How far Brandon steps up on the approach. No feet power, all upper body muscle, and 10 back will send him to the title match. Yesterday's winner, he won his 10th. That didn't leave me anywhere to put him, did it? Pulling off a 220 there. That's a hard score to beat today. Yesterday the cut was what, plus 60 or 70? Today the cut was minus 70, 9 and 10. How much extra time it takes when these little guys, sometimes when they don't have not nailed down to a science is their free shot routine, they just run up there and fire it as quickly as possible. That's why handicaps a round ahead of scratch. Not here. Caden is obviously being taught well. Maintaining that same routine and rhythm is a great way to navigate the twists and turns of match play. Neel, of course, will again be the antithesis to that. Just go up there and zing it down there. 5 consecutive marks to open up a game where he wins it all if he wins. Good start. A low 5 from Neel. Every 5 from Neel is a low 5. Thank you very much. Lindsay finishes out in style over there.
Top 4 performance for Grimes. She's made leaps and bounds in the scratch division this year. Good to see.
And over in the scratch division, the exact same setup. We're down to the title match as well. Caitlyn has 1 loss. Brandon has 2 losses. Brandon will have to beat Caitlyn twice to win the title. We'll start over on 9 and 10. Finishing in 4th place in the scratch division, Lindsey Grimes. Great job, Lindsay. And finishing in 3rd in scratch, another solid performance for him as well, Brendan Bogerski. Caitlyn and Brandon, 9 and 10. It's Caitlyn's choice of letters.
Or we're going to move back this way, but that's fine. They don't need the legs. Scratch just getting started, so we'll go over to them a little bit later. We we're in danger of this being a single game, aren't we? Caden is both super solid here, 7 clean frames. Finally got his first strike in the 7th. Neel's going to have some catching up to do. He does have a strike in his 7th, however, to help get him there. Let's see if Caden will not give him the chance to do so by doubling here. Now, is that a pretty shot? He might be 11, but you could copy his lines and his mechanics no matter what age you are. He hits the line so solid. Solid lead, please. It modifies how he hits the line. Neel's going to have to pull a Houdini act here, which he has done in the past. Really could have used that double there. If Neel gets upset after this, which, let's just face it, when Neel gets upset about after this, he should get over it really quickly. The second in an invitational is fantastic. Oh, out to start. When he starts pouting really bad, I save all these clips, make little 15-second clips. I'm going to show him at his prom, his wedding day. There's a good shot. Go Neel! Damn chair, dang boy. Stupid beating people twice my age all day. Not quite a victory lap level yet, but big time driver's seat for Caden. Only has to win by 5. No! And when you got it going on, you got it going on. The 7-10 just caves over. 3 in a row. That is a title-winning shot. My goodness. When the pattern is hard, the carry deteriorates as well because, just the angles just aren't all right. Just to make it simple. So what I'm saying is it was much easier to leave the 7-10 in that spot than it was to rip it out. He carries it. He is going to carry the biggest black I got home. You betcha. My goodness gracious. Impressive youngsters, but Caden leads them all. So the 11-year-old captures the invitational. They might not have much time left over to scratch either right now. What a performance. It's been so much fun watching these kids learn and grow. Give them another. For those of you who don't watch our tour, just poking around or just randomly found this video, go look up Peggle Autobahn. That's what they bowled on. Cut was 80 down in scratch. And this is game number, about 13, give or take. So this is a Autobahn with a bunch of potholes, and they need to repave it. And the center stripe is faded. It's hard, and Caden is just having a walk in the park. How about 233 with a strike? Give him a 2-3-0 scratch. My goodness gracious. An animal! That third time. Attaboy, Neel. Finishes out in style. Well, listen, Neel, to win that game, Neel needed to bowl 226. I mean, it's a 160 average, give or take. That is a tall task. Get it anyway. Wow, look at that. Only other bowler striking with this had a name Abigania on the back of her shirt. These guys showing off the talent at the end here. We're going to go over here and catch the end of this match on the same video just in case that also happens to be the scratch title match. Oh, what a nice finish, Neel. Let's go check out on scratch and see what we got going on.
As they should be. That was fun to watch. Meanwhile, Brandon Rother has had a dream week, but he's about to wrap up one of those, 6:30 a.m. nightmares after he hits snooze once. And once he can get it going here in the back half of this game. But nobody has had much of an answer for Caitlyn Abigania so far. Brandon has to win 2 in a row. Caitlyn did open in the 5th. So he's actually pulled to within 3 pins with that big double there, recovering off of back-to-back opens in the 2nd and 3rd. Here's the scoreboards that we're talking about. Brandon falling with B. B for Brandon, A for Abigania. I always appreciate it when they do that instead of going the other way around. It makes it much harder to follow. $1,000 on top. Brandon won a couple hundred yesterday. Caitlyn can still win 200 more because she's going to play Kendall for the girls' scratch title at some point. Kendall's been practicing for 4 hours over there. No! Yes, the late trip on the 9. Most things Brandon does is speedy, which is why he has that nickname. He has also now started to develop the habit of telling the ball what to do before he actually releases it. Top of his backswing. Oh no, hold! Wait, let it go first, or I don't know, stop. Staying true to the nickname. Here is a 12-time Open Scratch Division champion. Girls against boys up to 22 years old in some cases. She shows them all how it's done. Top of seed today at only plus 50. That would have missed the cut by 30 pins yesterday. So lane pattern dictates the scoring pace. Pretty much always a tough pattern for the invite. This is Autobahn if you want to look that up. Pretty brutal. Big time out of bounds to the right. And we're in game 13, so what was in the middle is now a whole lot less in the middle. Not that much urethane by today's standards flying down the lane, so it didn't peel all the oil off the front like the urethane tends to do. Just a matter of executing still. There's plenty left here. Oh my goodness. The old 1-1 pocket, they all go splat, but she does find herself trailing for a rare time today. Brandon outstruck the field yesterday on a pattern conducive to such. And right now he's just trying to use raw power.
That's Benaya, front desk, please. Benaya, your mother is looking for you.
So look how far up he stands on the lane. So then the power is not coming from the feet. It's all upper body and it's yank. Not something certain coaches might teach, but if you can repeat shots, more power to you. He has overpowered a 4-bagger right here. He wins. We'll do it again. He is second in points, by the way. Second in points. Elias was the points leader by a fairly wide margin coming into the weekend. I don't know for sure if there's enough to catch him. I'll say there isn't because Elias bowled pretty well today too, so I think he sort of defended the ability no matter what Brandon does to catch up. But right now, he's just thinking titles. I don't know if anybody can seen it all and done it all as a 17-year-old. Caitlyn about as close as you can come. She's not worried about what Brandon's doing. She's just trying to find a look here. Nice ball there. If this game gets out of the wood, it's always different when you have that extra loss in the bag. Sort of the last couple frames here can become practice shots. If she doesn't strike here, she should not be trying to score in the 10th. She should be fishing around and seeing if there's anything else going on out there. We had that happen in New Mexico 2 weeks ago, which paid big-time dividends to John Green there. If she does strike, though, we still got a game, man. We do. Boy, just the pure fallback. It holds pocket long enough. She's got room for 228. Brandon in the 2 teens right now. It's also been strike or nothing for Rothers. He can go off the sheet. He could miss, in which case he would just flat out go off. Thank you. That was pretty good. Recorded live, ladies and gentlemen. Whoop. Sure move to stop, though. Didn't feel right. Start over the whole way. Huge thanks to Daniel, the whole team here at Winnetka. They just make it easy for us to run a tournament here, open up their whole bowling alley, say, here, give it back to a Sunday night. Appreciate that so very much. Brandon's tendency when matches get late is to amp it up even more and more and more and more. That time it skates right through the break. As Mark says, the headpin goes straight into the roof. What roofed headpins do not do is touch the 2-pin and turn a bucket into a 4 or something. There is more ways to miss this than make this right now. Unfortunately for Brandon, that's one of them. So feast or famine, like we said, it's another open. He's had 6 strikes, but 3 opens. And that flip-flops the lead again. He trails by 7 heading into the 10th in a must-win game. Brandon's been taking a lot of re-racks. That's a good move. We don't have any limit on anything like that. Just, take that extra second to pause. And for a guy who's speedy, it's actually an astonishingly good move out of Brandon to actually take a breath. He can get ahead of himself a little bit. I don't think I've ever seen a raw power player stand as his normal position where he stands. Now, pretty ball there. Well done. Obviously can't shut out Kate. Needs another one here to make Caitlyn get the first one. That's right. Is that right? Yeah.
Did I already take 2 reruns?
You may. It's never been a scenario where we've had to think about putting a limit on it. He could take 3 re-racks and still not violate the shot clock. So, anyways, going to take a multiple and go for it. This is purely a take your time thing, not anything on the racks. Giant shot for Rother. That had flat 10 written all over it. Even all of his power can't pop that one out. He'll finish with even 200 with the spare. That forces count's not really a factor here. Forces a mark, period. Well, 2-0 is nothing to sneeze at. It was just a long way around to get there. When you have a 5-bagger, you're thinking 230 game, and he let it go backwards the other way. And to put an exclamation mark on an already sensational season. Any mark will do it, and I guarantee you she wants that mark that looks like an X. It's tight. Oh, that could have been anything. Anything. Must spare the 3-pin. We've seen stranger things happen around here. No problem at all. There's I know. There's a sports term that's getting popular these days called unicorn. You're watching one, folks. This girl has the potential to be the best in the world, period. Shows it once again. Untouchably good for the invite. She's going to have to, well,
All you gotta do is return Jeremy.
she's going to have to keep that energy up for one more match. And as Mark said, Kendall's on about game 37 over there. We'll see if she can pull it out in the girls' invite. That's great stuff here.